Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Again, apologies on the lateness, people. I was on the Back Again podcast. I shouldn't have clicked go live so early, but large up to everyone who's been waiting patiently. Much appreciated. Obviously brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video, people. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all of the socials. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, people. So like I said, hit that like button. Please share across all the socials. Subscribe as well. And for those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, you lot in the comment section, the wonderful audience get to run the show. So get your sporting questions in, people. And myself and the rest of the co-hosts who will be joining shortly, we will be answering your questions. Of course, if you're a member of the channel, then your question takes priority like a super chat. So the link for the membership is in the pinned comment. So if you are a member, I will star your question and I will get to it. Of course, if you super chat, I will get to your question as well. There are two surefire ways to make sure your question gets read out on the Q&A. So I don't want anyone to think I'm ignoring them. It's just the perks. And like I said, so it's either the membership or indeed super chat as well. We got Timo in the building. Jez is also in the building. What you man telling me? You good?
Oh, good. Hello, everyone.
Yes, Jeff. What are you saying? You blessed?
I'm good as well, yeah. I'm good as well.
Every single time. PJ will be here shortly as well. Big up to PJ, Stephanie D, good to see you in chat. Warrior J as well. To Daniel A. Moan, who said you got calling links. No, this is not a calling show. I ran calling shows last week. That's all that was. That was just that week. But yeah, fan calling shows was all last week. Big up to everyone who called in, though, as well. Continue to get your questions in, though, people. Daniel, I see you. Daniel A, I see you as well. Camille, good to see you in the chat. Dan Levitt, man, good to see you. It's been a minute. Glad you're good. And big up to Timo and Victor, who held down the F1 United States watch along as well on the kick. So make sure you check that out as well. Yeah, Warrior J, we'll get to United. We'll get to Champions League predictions as well shortly. I've started that. But as you can see from the title, people, Premier League being back. Manchester United late winner versus Sheffield United. Chelsea versus Arsenal ends in a draw. Liverpool win in the Merseyside derby versus Everton. Manchester City back to winning ways. And of course, Spurs play Fulham today. Prime is also in the cut as well. What are you saying, Prime? You good?
Yeah, what's up, everyone?
Yeah, man. Love it, man. You know what I'm saying? Good to have you here, fam. You know the pattern. To Camille, who asked Flawless, which theme is better? Power Force, Raising Canaan, or BMF? For me, Wish Me Luck gotta be played at my grave. That's tough. Probably Force. But then again, that's probably recency bias because that's the one I've heard most recent. The Raising Canaan one I like in regards to the BMF one is fire, but probably Force. That's probably my favorite theme song out of all of them. I would say that. But big up to you as well. Oh, you lot get your questions in, man. The chats. Oh, this show is all for the audience, man. The citizens of the city of Sarcasm. The floor is yours, man. Get your questions in, and we will get to your questions, people, as well. No Warrior J. I didn't see Flawless's. I didn't see Lewis's.
Double thumbs down for Igor's performance earlier.
I didn't. Got you, Eddie. I'll send you the link through. Now, Eddie.
Yeah,
give me 1 second.
If you're asking what Lewis's stream, double thumbs down for Igor earlier.
I seen a gal and
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy. I fucks with Jimmy. I'm a big fan of Jimmy. I like Jimmy. Yeah, I fucks with Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. But Jimmy,
I haven't watched it
for you, man.
I haven't watched. But yeah, Eddie, gonna send you through the link now. We're literally gonna send you through the link now. Like I said, questions you lot. What you lot saying, man? Get the questions in. I know at times, like when it's watch-alongs or other shows, I don't get to the comment section as much as I can because I'm obviously giving my opinion or host are talking or we're debating something or whatever the case may be, people. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be questions on Manchester United as well in regards to winning against Sheffield United as well. Big up Dan Levitt says, are you worried with United not finishing in the top 4 after winning at 1 point in 9 games? After winning against the 1 point in 9 game Sheffield United team. Yeah, Dan, but I was concerned about this beforehand. It didn't take that game for me to be like, oh, crap. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finishing in the top 4. Best we're doing is 6. Best. We ain't better than City. We ain't better than Liverpool. We ain't better than Arsenal. Who else is up there? We're not a better side than Newcastle.
Us.
We ain't better than Spurs. How many teams did I just name? Was that 5 or 6?
Probably
Yeah, so-
6 years.
Let me do that. City, Spurs, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, Newcastle. That's 5 teams I think who are clearly, like, without doubt, better than us and will finish above us in the table. So I think 6 at best is where we'll finish. I don't see us unless the manager, I don't know, has a personality transplant and turns it around and starts picking players on merit rather than picking these players who are just not good enough. Like you mentioned it here, Dan, about not only was it a team with 1 point in 9 games, it's a championship side. Sheffield United are going to get relegated. I think that's the general consensus. I don't think you'll find anybody outside of Sheffield United fans saying they're going to stay in the Premier League. And we struggled.
I don't even think Sheffield United fans think that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, some fans, they come up. I've seen them being honest and say this. They don't. If they go down, and I've seen. I think they know as well that they're gonna get relegated.
No, that's it.
It will take something crazy to happen.
Do you not think United can go on a run? Like things will change eventually, and you'll get into good form, and you'll go on a run of games, and you can get top 4.
Not with this manager and players, no. I have no evidence at all. We're approaching October now. In 2.5 months, approaching 3 months of football, that we're going to turn it around. We're not defending well. The midfield's not a cohesive unit. We don't create a lot. We're not scoring goals.
Well, you did it last year. Like I'm generally asking, I'm not trolling.
That's cool. Yeah, go on, Jess.
But last year, the difference between last year and this year is you can see just even from a body language perspective, players were playing for the manager, and ironically, me and Peter had a lot of these discussions. I think United were playing just hella on form. Hella on form. Players just responding to a new manager with their new tactics. Like when Conte came in, our players played very well for nearly a whole year, and then all of a sudden, the second season, everybody just said, "Fuck this, we don't want to play no more." And I feel like a lot of them got new contracts. So I feel like there's a sense of I don't have to prove anything anymore. 2, I think players know, regardless how bad they are, they will continue to play. So there's no standards anymore in terms of performances anymore. And 3, I just think a lot of the players aren't just as good as people trying to make it out to be. And I feel like a lot of them are just on purple budgets, I think. Certain players playing to the levels that they playing, like for example Casemiro, for example, this year. Like, I think he can play a lot better than he has been playing this year. But guys like Rashford, guys like Bruno, who were main driving forces on why United had or they were part of a driving force on why United had a good season. I personally I don't really have high ratings. I have certain ratings for them, but not high ratings. And I think they're just going back to their old selves. Like, yeah, can Bruno and Rashford play better? 100%. But even what is playing better in best terms? Because even let's say these two play to better standards that they can play to, I still think the 5 teams that Flores has named are better than United. Because then you're relying again to individual brilliance to just get you through these games again.
Yeah, and that's legit it. Like, so to answer your question, Pat, the reason the difference is last year is we were defensively good. I can rely on our defense. I can look to any game and go, yeah, we'll get a clean sheet here. Any game. This is why we had the second best home record in the Premier League last season. We were defensively resilient. Take out the Liverpool game, City game, their anomalies. Like, we were defensively solid and we were defensively resilient. And every time we had a bad result, I think it was only 2 or 3 times in the entire season where we lost back to back. One of them being the first 2 games of the season. Yeah, it might have been one. Like that's it. One
at the beginning.
True, but again, I haven't watched all your games this season, so I can't tell in terms of actual style. But it seems like whenever I've tuned into United games or looked at certain results, you seem to get goals.
We don't. Have you watched us?
I said, I haven't watched your games.
That goes to show.
But it seemed like you guys seem to like the Bayern game where people were saying you were supposed to get battered. How did that finish? 4-3?
4-3.
Yeah, but then look in the context of the game how United's goal came from as well.
Again, that's why I just said I haven't watched the game, so I don't know.
And that's the point. Like, if you don't watch them, it's kind of hard to say. But when you really watch their games, you can tell like most of their goals don't come from the fact that they just dominated. Okay, they're just conceding goals. But there's one thing about scoring goals, but then conceding goals. But you were at least dominant through all these games. It's just defensively you're not fine. I think something like that you can throughout the season fix them. The issue is when United have been scoring in recent times goals, but look at the goals. 2 late goals from McTominay, and what? Just now you had a scrappy winner from Dalot.
Getting the ball in the mixer, and it's been like even the Bayern Munich game you're talking about. It was 2 late scrappy goals for Casemiro. McTominay 2 scrappy late goals. Dalot, good strike but keep a mistake. Wolves created nothing bar that goal, and that's from Varane. You know what I'm saying? Who's scoring the goal? Arsenal created nothing outside of Rashford's goal. Who else we lost to? Who else we played? Brighton. Spurs created a little bit more. Like the Bruno chance, I think there was another chance as well. Like that's it.
Casemiro, but
that was tough.
That was tough. But that was definitely tough. But it obviously goes down as a chance, in my opinion. But still, like out of them chances, I don't think United them had like half chances. Like United can create half chances, but every team
half chances, half chances,
but
half chances.
You seem to score your half chances.
We don't score our half chances.
No,
okay. Go look. All right, so I'll take Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest out of it. Sheffield United, Championship side, Nottingham Forest battling relegation. Who else have we scored 3 out? We even scored 3 goals. Who else have we scored 2
out? In the cup.
I don't. Maybe I should start watching your games.
Yeah, you need
I'm
to
just going off the fact of when you guys play, I'll get notifications on my phone that you've scored goals.
Yeah, so, but that goes.
But then you have to look at the context of the game when the goal comes.
True. Yeah.
Who is the goal scorer eventually? Because I mean, Saeed said it earlier on his stream, but I've seen it also on another stream. I think in the Premier League, they only have 1 goal throughout the whole attack.
Yes.
One goal throughout.
There you go. That tells you all you need to know, Prime.
Every attacker, and we talk about Sancho. Let's not even include Sancho. So it's like Rashford, it's Bruno, it's Mount, it's Hoyland in the Premier League. But I know he's got the Champions League. Hoyland is there. Who else? Anthony. And what's his name? Palestri. There's 6 players are named right there. 6 players on 1 goal in 12, 13 matches. That is terrible from us.
There you go, big up Eddie. There you go, Prime. That's the stat for you right there to let you know what attack's like. Our attack got 1 goal.
This is what I'm saying. Shout out to all my dogs. This is what I'm saying. This proves my point.
Cool.
Prime just said he got notifications that we scored goals, and he's been led to believe that we're a decent side.
No, not believe. I'm asking. No, I asked a question.
Again, you did. You asked your question as clueless as it came across. Let me finish. You only said that because we're Manchester United.
No.
So let me ask you this: if Luton Town beats Sheffield United 2-1, do you have any type of belief that they're going to be some type of competent side this season?
I don't know. I don't know about Luton's other results.
Okay, can you reasonably suggest that they're going to be that good? That they're going to be a top 6, top 7 team?
I don't know. I wasn't. What the question?
Now you playing dumb.
The question I asked wasn't.
Now you playing dumb.
The question I asked wasn't based off of Sheffield United.
Because if I told you Luton Town beat Wolves 1-0, beat Sheffield United 2-1. What else? Lost to Spurs 2-0. What else? What else happened this season? We have not at any point in time. And like you said, you haven't watched us. You haven't really watched us.
That's why I asked.
So what I'm saying is you're giving us
Prime.
I haven't watched you guys.
Exactly. You're giving us the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, this is the point.
You're giving us
Sorry, Eddie, but yes, let's say for example, let's not take Brian for example, but there's people that look at from a view like Brian, like he said, he doesn't watch the games, but he sees United scoring goals. Maybe they look like they've just been unlucky in terms of results. And people think this is put people's mindset. You know, United don't look back. They score goals.
Yeah, but
the games are close. I'm not saying from your perspective. I'm saying there are people who generally think that.
Here's why again. We'll leave because I think that's struck a nerve, so I'll leave that alone. But again, people generally give us the benefit of the doubt because United is on the front of the jersey. That's it. Yeah, that's literally it. That we have any kind of hope of being competitive in the Champions League group, even, or we're going to be somewhat a top 7-8 team this season because we're United and we spend money. But as United fans have always said, it's not that we spend money, it's how we spent money. Case in point, we spent $60 million on Mason Mount for him to play 5 minutes against Sheffield United. We spent $90 million on a player like Anthony to go around and just get himself dizzy and do nothing else but that.
Hey, defensive winger.
No, I won't even disrespect Dan James like that. That's the true defensive winger. The only defensive winger we recognize is Dan James. It's United is a shit show. And this is another problem that I'm starting to have. Because I watched the Unfiltered podcast. I'm not even going to cap to you, Flawless. That brother that you
talk about Ash. I know you're going to say I did well. Is that what you're about? I know you're going to say.
Who was his lawyer? When did Ten Hag have all these lawyers? For what?
In his defense, though, he did say, "There's hope." I'm saying he did say
he did say hope, but you know what is it, Eddie? Some people do need hope because they can't cope with it if there's no hope. Like,
you better start. See, I hope the lights don't get cut off, but if I don't pay that fucking bill, they're gonna get cut the fuck off. I'll say that right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I'm with you in that type of mindset, isn't it? But
man, shout out to TJ.
Big up TJ because and TJ, apologies on the lateness. I was recording the Back Again podcast, so that's why.
Bro, no. Don't worry. I was here and then I had to get something taken care of.
Yeah, it's in the private. Let's go. TJ's in the building. One of the mods, please put TJ's channel in the comment section. TJ Warren TV. It's also on the featured page, the featured channels page on the YouTube, the homepage on here as well. So subscribe to his channel as well. But that, Eddie, in regards to that prime, the stat that Jess said tells you all you need to know. In all the games we've played, our attack has one goal between them. All of our final third players. So all the wingers, strikers, attacking midfielders, so 10s, we'll throw attacking 8s in there, have one goal.
Maybe I should start. All right, I'll start actually watching your games.
Don't watch us.
Don't watch us, even if just know we're shit. Take our word for it. We're shit. We're not worth watching.
I'll take your word for it. I'll
shout out. Just know you were that smart man. I haven't watched it.
No. Prime. When Eddie's on here and I'm on here, or you may hear Murtaza, or you hear other United content creators you watching, and then telling about how bad we are. It's not a lie. I don't want to sit here and say that we're bad. I would love to.
I didn't say you're lying, but you know.
No, what happened? You know what happened? You know what happened on the stream when you was away, Flawless?
Yeah, go on.
I was counting down to minutes to when the game was over with. I wasn't even trying to I was like, yep, we just 12 minutes left, people. Yep, just tell you it's 10 minutes, people. 5 minutes. I'm out here projecting stoppage time because I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, we are fucking terrible. And I feel like it should be like a safety or some type of health hazard or some type of disclaimer on the game before we allow people to sit down and watch us, because it's ugly.
You're behaving like Chelsea fans last season.
Because
I said we were Chelsea last season. I said we were Chelsea.
Eddie said that. I think it was either the second or third game in. Eddie said the biggest criticism I can give this side is we look like Chelsea last year. And even I looked at Eddie like, yo, you kind of, I don't like you moving kind of crazy with that. He's spot on. You look like you lot from last year.
We talking about midfielders and defenders scoring game-winning goals.
Yeah, we like you from last year.
Team worse than Chelsea last year.
No, the thing is though, Prime is what we're saying is I said all season like with our attack. I said if you take Rashford out of our attack, where Chelsea's attack from last year, now Rashford is not performing. You see it. We have one goal.
And I'm not even gonna lie. My bad, Floss. You got it.
No, I was just gonna say the only difference between this year and last year is if Rashford was in form and had 5 goals, had 4 assists, and our attack has 10 goals overall, we're having a different conversation. Bear in mind, in all our Premier League games, our attack has 1 goal.
Really?
1 goal. One.
I thought Chelsea's
Rashford's goal against Arsenal is the only one.
Yes,
the only one.
Out of our wingers, number 9s, 10s, attacking 8s, attacking
that's
midfield.
I don't think it counts. I don't think it counts as attacking 8s. I think it's just the 10s and the wingers and the strikers.
No. We gonna throw we gonna throw him out under the bus. Don't worry, man. He gonna get thrown under this bus.
No, because I counted Mount as the 10.
See, I don't. You know what? I don't even know what he is. So you know what? You righteous. I apologize.
Yeah,
you smart.
You guys are really starving. Wow.
We don't even got 10s. We got a 9.5. I don't even know what to call some of these positions these dudes play. It's a 9.5. I don't know what to call it.
The funny thing is here, like both of our centre backs can actually somewhat, of course, the United's attack this year.
Yeah, we have we legit don't scare. One goal we have in the Premier League. Like give Højlund his credit. Champions League, he doing his thing.
Mudryk has more goals than.
Yes, we getting packed out by Miss Ukraine. Yes, bro, it's tough. Wow, it's tough.
Hey, now one thing.
Go on,
Hey,
Timo, I saw you on the watch. I was watching the game and I saw your crazy ass try and tackle Mudryk. You ain't slick. I saw you.
You tried to make me injured, man.
And also, you saw me thumbs down to Martinelli because he.
I saw it all, bro. You
know what? I respect that still. I respect that, man. I respect
what did I do, bad? You know what the quote says, like, oh, proper hooliganism. What did I do, bad?
No. You supposed to. As long as you verbally abuse players and reason, they expect that. That's a part of the game. Verbally abuse them.
What's wrong with that?
The thing is, if they verbally abuse you back, I'd be like, that's good, man. Let's have this back and forth. That's what it's supposed to be, man. I give you shit, you give me shit.
They was writing articles, Timo front cover saying, here's what's wrong with modern football. It's just Timo giving
all it was missing was the Arsenal to be black and Chelsea.
So, Daniel, big up for the super chat, though. He says,
I gotta cut though, boys. I just want to stop by a little bit.
Eddie, love, man. I'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat.
Big up, Eddie. Big up,
Eddie.
All right,
love to Eddie every single time, man. Big love. Big up, Daniel, for the super chat. Much appreciated. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Of course, any super chats I'll get to. Members' questions I will star and get to. Bump up the likes, though. There's over 50 people in here, only at 33 likes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, check 1212. Girls up to 50 likes, people. And make sure you subscribe to TJ's channel as well, TJ Warren TV. The link's actually underneath in the description as well. Manchester United's midfielders have most of their goals this season in the league, and I watch Manchester United to get rest. Here's the thing is with that. Don't even say
that's funny.
Daniel, don't even say midfielders. Casemiro. Put respect on that man's name. It's Casemiro who is our biggest goal. I've said this, he's our biggest goal threat for midfielder. Like it's Casemiro 110%. You know what I'm saying? Daniel, no need to spam it. I see the question, I'll get to it. Daniel A. I see it. Not you, Daniel.
Speaking of England, or not England, of United, when I watched the Merseyside derby, Decore and Onana, Ten Hag should have signed the two of them.
Who?
They'd be brilliant for United's midfield.
Wait, who again?
You're talking about Decore and Onana from Everton. I'm a big advocate of Onana. I said all season long, all summer long. Warrior J will say it because you know what I be talking about. I like Onana. I'd still sign him in January. I think he's a
I
very
know you
good
guys
player.
rate Amrabat, but I think Onana might be better than him. And Decore, he does everything that Mount's supposed to do,
and more. And he would have been cheaper. And he's young.
I was going to say, I think Onana would have been more motivated than Mount would have been. I think Mount's collecting a paycheck at this point.
But you know what the difference is, though? Like, but you know what? But even despite stuff, even though I agree with that to an extent as well, these men are not helping these men up front score goals. And this is an issue, though, regardless. Like, maybe it's the defense, it's the midfield structure, and maybe the midfield getting less run through, yes, but then at the same time, the manager specifically didn't target these type of players because he wanted to implement a system which is completely failing at the moment. Like, and I was watching the Back Again podcast, and also they were talking. Yeah, big up to Saeed as well. Happy birthday! Also,
happy birthday, Saeed.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah, big up.
And
big up Lewis in the cup.
I remember they were talking about Pep and Klopp, innit? One for me is like.
Oh, you're talking about the Unfiltered podcast today?
Yeah. And one for me is like, because I heard the comparison with Pep and Klopp and how they were playing their style and how, the results didn't really go their way and they finished in the first season slow. You can see still like, they still went with it regardless. So people say, well, Ten Hag is doing right now, he shouldn't change back to what it was last season. But for me, it's like, why do we compare? When is it since Ten Hag is allowed to be in the same breath of air as a Pep and Klopp?
You know what it is, Jess? You know what it is, Jess? That 4-letter word beginning with H. Hope. That's what it is. It's hope.
For me, 100%. Because for me, it's like, because I don't like when people do that, because people got to remember these two came in with rep. These two came in with respect. So whatever these two did in the first season, it didn't matter probably to both fan bases, because City wasn't the City that we know now, and Liverpool wasn't complete yet. So they were, you know what? These guys have a history of if you let them do it, they will eventually come through in their own ways. Whatever people want to say about Pep, he needs money. City have the money, so you just have to give it time. Same with Klopp. Klopp, he's known for rebuilds, and he was in the Champions. He had Dortmund in the Champions League final, like people forget, and also he won league titles as well at Dortmund. But Ten Hag, he came from Ajax. Other than a Champions League semi-final appearance and a couple Eredivisie titles, which I'm not saying is an easy thing to do, because you see obviously what Ajax currently are, the shit show that they are. But still, it's a different level in terms of what Klopp and Pep were when they came in, and what Ten Hag came in terms of reputation. So for me, it's like, I don't like when people trying to compare these two with all other managers. Like, I've seen people trying to do that with Arteta when he was struggling and was trying to compare it to them too. And I'm like, oh, okay, fair play to Arteta. Currently is working well. Like, he's the second greatest team right now. Like, to Arsenal. So that's why I say, like, for me, it's like, for me, I don't like these comparisons whatsoever. I don't like them.
But again, just it's hope, and because it's fellow United fans, and you know what I'm saying, shout out to Ash, obviously Andy Tate. We had the conversations about title charge last season, because I'm, you know what I'm saying, United fans, and I get where they're coming from with that. I'm just not gonna flame, you know what I'm saying, and be like, it's hope. Just that honest. Ash let it be known. He was like, this is hope. Cool. All I ask for people is to be honest with where they're coming. If you make a statement and say, you know what, this is from hope, then I go fair enough. It's when people try to bullshit you and make a statement that they know is far-fetched and then try and hit you with logic. It's like I say all the time, Eddie's just gone with him and the Clippers. I know when he's talking about the Clippers, Eddie is not going to give the Clippers a fair shot because he's LA Lakers through and through. So if I ask him a question about the Clippers and he says some wild stuff back to me, and then I can't be shocked by that because he lets it be known. Fuck the dippers he's about to say in the chat in a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to do is just be honest with whoever it is. Like, shout out to Rhino, he says it with United. Sometimes I react emotionally. Cool. So then when you react emotionally, it's not a surprise, but it's like when people just try to lie about it and bullshit. I'm not reacting emotionally.
This is my issue. It's not specifically talking about them guys, but I see people in general make these points, which I just personally disagree with. It just came in my mind because they were specifically just talking about it today or yesterday, I would like to say. But it's more a thing of a general thing rather than targeting certain people. Because I wasn't obviously mentioning their names in terms of calling them out or anything like that. No, it's just, I never like that when people do that when they're trying to compare it to Pep and Klopp. Like, they hired Pep and Klopp at their own clubs. Like,
that's fair. And big up to Lex as well. Big up before you go, Prime. One sec. Big up to Lex who just upgraded to Sarcasm City Soldier. I've got you on socials anyway, Lex. So I hit you with the hit you with the new perks in regards to the perks that are on the membership. But yeah, link for the membership is in the pin comment, people, as well. Yeah, go on, Prime.
Yeah, no, the reason why people do it is because their logic is, well, if it took Pep one season and he's arguably the greatest of all time, then my manager taking 2 or 3 years is okay. That's people's logic.
Yeah, and that's just daft. But here we are. We're talking to football fans emotionally invested. Like, you can't just look at that and go, well, it worked for them, so it's gonna work here. It's like, nah, it really doesn't as well. Danish Maldini, I unban you. Why did you get banned? Because normally you're clear. You said, bro, I'm Danish Maldini. This is my burner. Why did you get banned? You said some wild stuff. You said something wild.
Wasn't he here yesterday? I swear.
Yeah,
he was here.
He was on the kick. He was on the kick.
On the kick, yeah.
He was on the kick. And hey, Warrior J, you was there all summer long. Go check the Man Them United podcast playlist. It's the summer transfer playlist. You can check it on the channel with me and Eddie and me and Ivorian and other guests. And I was asking this, but people were like, oh, United can do this, that, and the third. Who's creating and who's scoring? Who's coming into? And I keep asking this
Classic
now.
goal.
Who's transforming this side for Manchester United to go from where we was at third to go and challenge and compete for top honors? We don't create and we don't score.
You should have just recorded that whole monologue and just put it on like a phone, like a voice memo, and put it in front of the microphone. You could have saved some oxygen. However many times I saw you fucking give the same.
You was there.
I was there. It was when we first met, and then I heard it for about 4 weeks afterwards. So yeah, no, and everybody's shocked that United can't score. Shocking.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is I'm saying it 4 weeks after because new people, and then some of the same people were still trying to argue me down, and now they're scared.
Oh my god.
Well, no, I think Anthony will come good. Get me out of here.
If I was United, low key, I kind of get them because if somebody keep telling me something that I don't want to believe in, I would like, yo, shut up. What are you talking about? I don't want to believe in them.
It's emotion. It's all emotion, Jez. It's all emotion.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, but no, I think people love to just be in pain. I think people love to be in pain until they start realizing, you know what?
You're sports fans. You love pain.
It's all, man. Big up to Chinlu as well, man. Regular as always. Good to see you in the chat. Says first time super chatting. Keep up the good work. And the panel, big up the chat too. Hey, but salute, man. Big up to you, man, Chinlu. Big up to you every single time. Much appreciated. And that, you know what I'm saying. I'm not Flex, but big up to you, man. Salute to Flex though. But yes, large up to you, Chinlu. Much appreciated. 50 likes, chat mafia, as Eddie says as well. Continue to get the questions in. Obviously, we got the legend Lewis in the building. Yes, family. Even though I just seen you about 20 minutes ago. What are you telling me? You good?
No.
All right. Let's go there because someone did ask. I think it was Warrior J, but we'll go there and we're definitely gonna get TJ's thoughts on it as well because Daniel did say need Prime and Timo's thoughts on the Chelsea Arsenal game. But we'll go to you first, Lucas. Thoughts on the Chelsea Arsenal game, my friend.
Bowled it. That's it. Just bowled it. The 70 minutes we dominated, then we gave it away, and it didn't mean shit. We had Arsenal bent over a barrel, pause, and then just went soft. Crap.
all I'm saying is, Poch 2-0 leads at the bridge. Scary times, bro. Scary times. Poch 2-0 leads at the bridge.
This has nothing to do with Poch. This is just Robert Sanchez and Gusto having a stink fest at the end.
You know what? I said the same shit back in 2016. Like I said, man, I agree. It has nothing to do with Poch.
What 2-0 lead did Poch bottle at the bridge for Spurs?
Don't you remember the Hazard goal in the Leicester season?
7 years ago, Prime. You should remember this.
Prime's not a Chelsea fan, so
hey, listen, Astrid, what's
up? Proper Chelsea.
You know Papa Giza?
You idiots.
Double thumbs down for you, Prime. Double thumbs down for you.
Timo, you was
behavior.
Timo, you was there. Timo, you was there. Thoughts on the game?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but sadly enough, I think for the first 75 minutes, I don't know if TJ agree with this. I think we were dominating the whole aspect of the game.
You were
even the midfield. Arsenal without Partey, they look like they're not look the same without Partey. It just feel like Odegaard ghosting again. Gallagher running around over Odegaard. That's ridiculous though by Gallagher, but that's interesting by the way. But yeah, it's just kind of like I understand why the other fans kind of push this narrative about bottle it, but I think for myself here, in my opinion, because I define bottle differently, it's just that two individual errors cost us that 2 points. That is why I said that bottle can be defined in terms of where people stand. That's all.
So what you're saying it's not a bottle job?
Yeah, go on.
It depends on what bottle you define bottle differently though. If you want to say that a bottle job, like for me, bottle job can be like Sanchez did, like 2 errors basically. That's what I defined it.
So it is a bottle job then.
I just say 2 errors basically. It's not a bottle job.
So you're saying it's not a bottle job, but it's.
Hey, but if
all I'm saying is 2-0 at home and you surrender and you concede in the last 10 minutes, I would say that's a bottle job.
Bottle job like
bottle
job like Arsenal like last season when they.
Okay, you're gonna bring. Yeah, I wasn't bringing that up.
Yeah, and that's gonna be individual mistakes per game too.
you'll bring up Zinchenko against fucking Liverpool, or you'll bring up Saka missing the penalty against West Ham.
Ramsdale against Southampton.
Individual mistakes still means the team bottled it, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's still
especially when we look at the way we responded to going 2-1 down, we folded.
You did fold. You folded. Yeah. Unlike when you look at the
bold
balance
job. Let's call it what it is. 75 brilliant minutes and 15 crap ones.
Yeah. Hey, Prime, what you saying?
That's 75 minutes of Chelsea season and the worst 75 of Arsenal's. We look terrible.
We'll get, you know what, TJ, we're going to get to you in one second. I do want to hear your thoughts on it. Prime, what you saying? Thoughts on the game?
For 70 minutes, I was happy, proud, but also kind of nervous because I kept thinking it's a matter of time until Arsenal find something and play their way back into the game and get a result. I didn't think we'd hand it to them on a plate. Sanchez, I mean, telling Chelsea fans that this guy's not good, but everyone wants to gas him up because he's not Kepa. I don't blame Poch per se with the substitutions. I think Mudryk could have stayed on for another 10 minutes or so, but I don't really blame him for the substitutions he made. I don't know. It's just a shame that we put in a brilliant performance, but that's clouded by the fact that we didn't get out with the win. But if we can take this going forward next weekend, and we beat Brentford, that's the only way this performance really mean anything. If we can actually take this going forward, there's no point putting in a performance now and then next week we lose and we go back on this losing run.
No, that's first. That's
Did
first.
Danish Maldini troll you, Lewis? Man said he trolled you or something.
Maldini's always trolling in my chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I remember why he got banned. Yeah, because he was talking.
But Maldini's still cool anyway.
Nah, he's cool, but he must have been talking rubbish.
Also, I think I know what Timo means. I think Timo means that it's not a. I'm assuming that he means it's not a bottle collectively as a team, as opposed to it's an individual error bottle. Yeah, but regardless, we bottled the game. It doesn't matter how you.
Nah, I don't want to hear. I don't want to even hear that because
that's what I just said.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general for people that who don't want to just call it out how it is. You also bought a job. And two, if that's Tottenham, people are going to say Spurs
errors.
I know. I agree with you. It doesn't matter.
If that was Tottenham, you would be in the group chat saying shit like Spurs bottom.
True.
That's
he would be.
You would be. And
actually, Timo wouldn't because it would upset certain.
Yes. He wouldn't say that. And until she shows up, he would say
that. Then he would shut up. That's facts. That's facts.
He wouldn't shut up.
That's
wow.
This guy's in surprise. Why are you actually shocked?
We're not even. I'm not even gonna see. I'm gonna be that nice. I'm not even gonna say names. But let's be honest. If that was Tottenham, you would say Spurs bottle drops and shit. You would say that.
When did I ever say about Tottenham?
No. I'm saying if that was Tottenham. I'm saying you would do that. Twitter would do that. So that's why I'm not hearing this from Chelsea fans. This wasn't a bottle job. It was just Sanchez customers.
He got a point because, like I said, as soon as anything happens to Spurs, if Spurs do anything like that, automatically there's no breakdown. It's Spursy. If Chelsea do that, if Arsenal do that, if Manchester United do that, if Liverpool do that, that was the craziest thing about Arsenal. Not
on my life, I wouldn't because I'm not.
Okay, you might not. Okay, you might not. Okay, no. No, Timo, it's cool. Timo, you might not, but I'm talking general consensus. Like the whole Arsenal thing is great, and again, TJ is an exception to this. Not all Arsenal fans. Some. If Spurs would have done what Arsenal did last season and City win the title, you would never hear the end of it. It's Spursy this, Spursy that. And now all of a sudden I'm hearing things like, I don't like the word bottle. We didn't bottle it. Now salute to the likes of TJ, salute to the likes of Troops, Lee Gunner, etc. They called it. They said and there's nothing wrong with that. Lewis has called out Chelsea for it. We bottled it.
Yeah, it is a bottle.
Same way if Manchester United, we don't even get in situations to bottle stuff. But if we ever get to that level again, I'll say the same thing too. I was saying, hey, Prime, not even funny. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick.
Yeah, that's done for you, Prime. That's outrageous behavior.
It's facts, but yeah, go on, TJ. Thoughts on the game from the other side, the Arsenal perspective.
Yeah, first up, big up, Lewis. First time meeting you, bro. Good to meet you, bro.
Big up, first time meeting you on the stream.
Yeah, big fan.
See that you're an Arsenal fan, but no one's perfect.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But no, I thought we were awful, flawless. I thought we were awful. I was in your watch along chat for most of the game, and I was telling you, man, like I don't think we got a shot on target in the first half. I think we had two shots. We had 2 shots, not one shot on target against Chelsea when we're supposed to be going in there and pamming them 3-0. Like it's one of those things where that was one of the most lackadaisical, uninspired performances up until the 70th minute. You know what it reminded me of? Southampton last season. That's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
Is that you have a team that is more than capable. The starting 11 was more than capable of handling that Chelsea starting 11. More than capable. And we just came out so flatter than the Mojave. It was unbelievable. And yeah, it's one of those things where I don't see us even getting close. Like, I still think we finished top 4. Like, don't get me wrong, and I'll get back in the game, but the way that we're moving right now and the lack of attack, the lack of inspiration, especially in the midfield right now, it's going to be a struggle to get top 4 at this point. It really is. So my thoughts on the game, Jesus, worst. I think that was his worst game in an Arsenal shirt so far. Awful. Non-inspired, no cutting edge whatsoever. Like, and anytime you look at him, he's on the floor. Zinchenko, worst game of the season for him. Awful. You're starting to see the Zinchenko of last season that frustrated the Arsenal fans that are not happy.
Troops was just talking about that as well in regards to criticism.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's been moving the ball up really, really, really well. I mean, obviously, set aside the Lens game where he lost it and conceded that led to that conceded goal. He's been playing really, really well, and I've been saying it on the Arsenal United podcast. Like, he's been moving the ball in that midfield really, really well, and when he doesn't, it costs us. It costs us, and he costed us. I thought that was his worst game of the season by far. Looked like last season. And I'm gonna have an uncomfortable conversation here. I'm gonna call somebody out that people haven't been calling out very much. Saliba.
Oh, what? Wow. That surprised me. Wow, I did not expect that. I thought we was gonna get into the Odegaard conversation.
Did not play well. What were you gonna say, Lewis? Sorry, I missed you.
I was just saying I was here for the saliva slander, but sorry. Please.
No.
Yeah, idiot.
Look. Saliba did. I think Saliba did not play well. I think he was rash. I think obviously the pen. It was a pen. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I seriously don't. I seriously thought, like, after we conceded, we started ball watching a lot, and I think that led to the Mudryk goal. I think that's a lot of lack of leadership in the back four. And I think Saliba, and if you look at it, if you look at the Mudryk goal, there's literally a back line following Mudryk back, and nobody is picking him up. Nobody's picking up the cross. Okay. So you could say, hey, hey, TJ, you're not, you're being biased, but I think Saliba, I mean, if we're going to call Saliba, a lot of Arsenal fans, if you're going to call Saliba world class, if you're going to call him one of the best center backs in the league, you got to have better performances than that. I thought he was average at best. I don't necessarily blame him for the pen. I don't, because that's going to happen. I'm not going to reenact the dive or whatever I saw on Lewis's channel earlier today. That was wild. But yeah, like it's one of those things where we shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. So it is what it is. Like Saliba, I expected more out of Saliba. I expected more obviously out of Odegaard. I'm not gonna regurgitate that same argument we've been having for a long time. I'm done defending Odegaard. Like he either needs to step up or he needs to give the arm.
You got to step up in the big away games. Yeah, no. I've seen Arsenal fans criticize him.
He either needs to step up or he needs to give the armband to Rice. Like let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation.
I'll be honest, like, see, I don't think Rice had even the greatest game, but you know what it is with Rice?
Rice was our best player.
He was the best player, but I still thought, but then again, Arsenal was overly very crap, to be honest. But still, I agree though that Rice was the best player for Arsenal.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to say about Rice is that, like, and I hate using this word, but bro, Odegaard, no aura whatsoever about them. Like the moment Rice comes in, proper English lad, has already the voice. Bro, I'm not even taking the piss here. Like
I know you're not.
I don't think you are.
It just makes me laugh
No,
because
I'm
it's
gonna
you,
take
fam. But go on.
this actually, but with
Go on.
Rice, I'm looking at somebody that, like, in terms of personality, he looks like somebody that, like, even in shit games, he's trying to make it work. Odegaard, bro, when he has a shit game, especially in the big game, hands up to the fans. Come on, support us. And then the guy goes.
You didn't see that at Stamford Bridge, though. You didn't see him trying to rile up the away end at all. He just
he's ready for the Halloween next week.
They were quiet for 80 minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean, we eventually woke him up. You know, big up Rice and thanks Sanchez for giving us the game. But it's one of those things where I would expect Odegaard to go over to the away fans and do something. Like if you're gonna be an on-field cheerleader, put your skirt on and go over to the freaking away end. No, seriously. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Look. I defended Odegaard when it came to Norway not qualifying for the Euros. And people were blaming him. Like, how can you blame Odegaard when you have supposedly the best offensive player in the world on your team? Like, I wasn't hearing that. I wasn't hearing that argument. Yeah. But after seeing him disappear against Chelsea, after seeing him disappear in other, arguably very, very big matches, Lens, he wasn't there.
City was gone.
City was average or below average. It's one of those things. It's one of those things where, like, look, we need to stop. Arsenal fans need to stop defending him and start holding him to the standard that you hold Bukayo Saka at. Start holding him at the level that you hold Jesus at or Martinelli at. We don't do that. We don't do, and by we I mean the collective we. We need to start holding him. Just because he wears the armband doesn't mean he deserves.
He's not immune to criticism.
Special treatment. No. And if
United fans take note. We'll go on. Carry on.
If we're being honest with ourselves, then I'll shut up because I'm waffling now.
No, it's cool. Man, get to it. It's all good.
If you really, really think about it, if you see the on-field actions, Odegaard, unless you're playing Bournemouth, unless he gets the space, he completely disappears, and so does his captain role. So we need to start looking at somebody else that can wear the armband. I mean, we had this conversation at this point last season too, because he was doing the same thing. We need somebody who is going to consistently lead this team. And right now, Rice is doing that. Odegaard is not. And I'm done. Sorry, I'm done.
Not fast. And man, get it off your chest. There's no.
I gotta leave some for Thursday.
Right. This is very interesting as well. Sorry, Jeff.
Go on.
I just found out these Arsenal fans sometimes, that I came across with. Even I saw Lives yesterday. I was like, the toxic positivity after came out on the back of the atrocious performances. We got a point. It showed us resilient, but at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, fair play, you show that resilient, but why you guys don't want to admit that you guys are poor? And that is that I find that very, very baffling that some Arsenal fans that they don't want to admit that they're having a bad performances yesterday. Like secondly as well, like. Has Arteta lost his mind though, TJ? Benching Partey, is he saving him for a Sevilla game or something?
No. Here's what I think. Here's what I think happened is that he was saving Partey for a late sub, and I think the reason he's doing that is because I don't think he thinks Partey can go the full 90. That's what I think. I think Partey. If you watched US versus Ghana, he was limping a little bit. I didn't watch the game, but I did watch the highlights. He was first of all, he was getting skinned by Weston McKennie, which is unbelievable to me.
Weston McKennie,
Yeah, no, Weston, Juventus, former Leeds.
Don't talk about the game. I don't want to hear about the game. I don't want to hear about the game, bro. Just
4-0. It was a friendly. Who cares?
No, TJ, tell us more about the Ghana game. What happened?
Oh yeah, no. Balogun turned around on Ghana in the box and out. My striker, by the way, my striker.
USA, America,
I'm not trying to get away from the Chelsea chap.
You know what? Because you're trying to do this, bro. Fair enough. has I don't remember, at least the United States of America at least went to a World Cup. Did Guinea-Bissau went to a World Cup? Talk now.
I don't support Guinea-Bissau, but okay.
Yeah, but Nigeria lost to them.
When?
Yeah, doing AFCON qualifiers.
Anyway, carry on, please.
Anyway,
Yes, we're talking about the US.
I don't even remember what we were talking about now.
No,
US
Party.
Arteta lost his mind,
about
basically.
Timo was asking about Party. I don't think it's Arteta losing his mind. I think it's Arteta trying to be clever, like he was doing. He did the same thing against City. I called it out when people were saying, "Oh, why is Jorginho starting?" I'm like, yeah, I think he's going to sub off Jorginho, put in Party, and the 70th, 75th minute, and see if putting him in place of Jorginho if he's not going to be able to go the full 90, because I don't think Jorginho's gone the full 90 outside of our League Cup win. I don't think he's gone a full 90 the entire season. So it's one of those things where I think it's Arteta being clever. It's 50% Arteta being clever, 50% Party I don't think is 100% fit.
First.
But I have a question though. I have a question about this thing because I had this conversation with other Arsenal fans because I'm about honest conversations, isn't it? And with Party, I'm looking at it like funny. And I'm thinking about the previous summer that just went past. Do you believe Arteta's just tired of having to rely on this guy because he's so injury prone and because he has let them down in terms of failing to be fit in countless times where no, that's why he doesn't want him to be starting because he doesn't want to go back to the thing of I have to rely on Party just for him to become injured again.
I don't know if it's so much that. I mean, there could be a hint of that. I just think that it's Arteta trying to be clever. I mean, I really do think that. I mean, he was trying to be clever with putting Party at right back, and now that he
I don't remember him playing midfield this year. I generally don't.
What did you say? Sorry.
I think I generally don't remember him playing midfield all season for Arsenal.
Party, well, he played inverted right back when he was essentially midfield. I mean, he wasn't playing right back. I keep saying this over and over again. I know that. But
I mean, actually, in the stats on team sheet,
on paper, yes. But Arteta will never say, "Oh yeah, no, Party was playing right back. He wasn't playing in midfield." He would never come out and say, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely having Party play in the midfield, but he's playing right back." Like same thing he does with Zinchenko. I mean, Zinchenko essentially puts in as a
yeah. I heard that. I heard that, but there's obviously you players who, for example, Paul, I consider him a right back, but he doesn't run for us. But that doesn't mean that all of a sudden I look at him, he's playing midfield for us. No, I'm looking at him as a right back because he is his designated position is the right back. Like he needs to cover the position when we are not in possession.
Yeah,
that's just more so what I'm talking about.
He didn't expect him to, especially in those first 4 games, because look who he put next to him at center back.
Yeah.
Ben White. Ben White was playing the right side of a back 3 essentially. So all these people are like, "Oh, well, it's Ben White back at center back." Not really. Like he was covering that right side, just like Gabriel covers that left side when Zinchenko goes inverted. Like I don't agree with it. I'm just saying
that's just what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Large of everyone who's tapped in as well, just under 80 people in here. Only at 48 likes, man. Like check 1212. Let's get us up to 60 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. We have gone over 8,400. I'm just refreshing this other laptop to see where we're at. But subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new. Continue to get the questions in particular members. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your questions as well. I will start them if you are a member. Let me get to this. In regards to Marshall, who says, big up to you, says, I'm sick of all this ball playing keeper nonsense. Why does our goalkeeper need to see so much of the damn ball when we are in possession? Isn't our outfield's jobs to initiate attacks? Yes, but also your goalkeeper can help with this. I hear what you're saying, kind of, Marshall. I'm guessing you're talking about the amount of attention it gets. But yes, of course, first and foremost, I want my goalkeeper to be able to do traditional goalkeeping duties. So saving the ball, sweeper keeper, coming for crosses, being a commanding presence, having good communication, his distribution just being okay. But then in regards to a player playing out from the back, that's just what it is. Your goalkeeper now needs to be at least competent on the ball. kind of like how the fullback area has evolved. In the early 90s, you didn't need to be highly technical on the ball. Now, when you look at fullbacks, that's what's expected of them. TJ mentions Zinchenko. We've seen whether it's like we've seen like a Trent. You know what I'm saying? We've seen a Cancelo. We've seen these type of who are technically like midfield. It's just that the game's evolving. So in regards to the goalkeeper, because it can help initiate attacks. If your goalkeeper can play a pass 25 yards, you know what I'm saying, and diagonal it out to the fullback, we've seen it how much that can create goals or create further opportunities for the team. So yeah, your goalkeeper, we're asking more of our goalkeeper than in 2023, and that's fine. I think that's okay to ask for more from any player. Even you can't just be a defensive player and offer nothing offensively. You can't just be an offensive player and only offer nothing else to the team. That's dead. You know what I'm saying? That's dead in today's age. There's no player out there that just scores goals. There's no in successful teams when I'm saying that. There's no midfielder who just scores goals. There's no defensive midfielder who just wins the ball back solely and gives you nothing else. You have to be able to do multiple things, at least to a competent level, if you want to be at the highest level. And that's Arsenal's goal. That's Chelsea's goal. That's Manchester United's goal. That's why you see all three teams bringing in goalkeepers who are good at that. So that's what I'd say to that. Go on, Jez. You're going to say something.
Yeah. Because I feel like, I think he's also talking about in terms of fans who overemphasize the point of having a ball-playing goalkeeper. Because I do see people say our goalkeeper, for example, the Raya conversation, I remember in the group chat, and now I'm getting my flowers for it. Even though I wanted Raya at Tottenham, it's more so because how bad Reece was rather than how good Raya is. 1-to-1. And 2, I called it and I was right. I don't think Raya is much of an upgrade to Ramsdale. The only difference is the guy can pass the ball long, and even then, it's not even working currently for Arsenal in terms of his long passing. So when the long passing doesn't work, I'm like, is he really much better than Ramsdale? And I feel like Arteta just only put more pressure on that because of that issue. I feel like he put more pressure on the whole thing because now you see the pundits coming out. Oh, poor Ramsdale. Why is he being treated like that? Arteta shouldn't have done that. And he just brought an issue that he should have never created to begin with. Which just goes also back to the point where I was saying how people say you can have good teams can have 2 good goalkeepers. No. No.
Because I mean, we're not going to see both. I'm not to interrupt you, but I mean, we're not going to see both of them on wearing an Arsenal shirt next season. So I think this is just a tryout.
Because my thing was always this, because situation like this happens where no people say, "Oh, Ramsdale should be starting." Now Ramsdale should keep Raya, and it's always going to be a conversation that no, you as the manager have to always answer to the media, especially in English media with Ramsdale, because let's say Ramsdale plays to his best. You would expect him to be the number 1 goalkeeper for the Euros at his best in it, but because he's not playing, now you have to look at fucking Pickford and Sam Johnson and them. So it's like, I feel like Arteta just brought up unnecessary. Do I think he was right to get a new goalkeeper? Because I don't rate Ramsdale, yes, but Raya was not the one. I'll be honest.
I think some of the criticism that Raya is catching is a little bit brutal. Like, yeah, obviously he has given up some chances, but those chances didn't necessarily end up in conceded goals. I don't blame him necessarily for the Mudryk goal. I think that was a fluke.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I think that was honestly a fluke. And then obviously you're gonna concede pens in the Premier League. It just is what it is. But honestly, I don't think that like you can criticize Raya for like the Lens game, I think, but other than that, I really don't think you can necessarily criticize him because a lot of those goals were defensive capitulations, whereas Ramsdale, like, you could see him last season where he committed errors that costed us goals in the league. And I have not seen that from Raya yet. I really haven't seen that from Raya yet.
We haven't seen it yet to that extent. But trust me, I'm convinced that he is capable of doing them. So
I'm not saying that he's not capable of doing it. I'm not saying
that you saying it, because I know where your mindset is probably with it as well. And I can understand where you come where your mindset with that specific topic is. For me though, it's like when you go and get a goalkeeper where you know you have somebody that people, even though some people want Ramsdale out, there were still a lot of Arsenal fans who were fine with Ramsdale in goal. Like, for me, it's like, if you go and get an upgrade, make sure that upgrade is a genuine upgrade. I don't think I just personally never believed that Raya was a genuine upgrade to Ramsdale. I think
I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this because I get a lot of I give people a lot of shit for saying this about Kai Havertz, but I think it's too early to tell.
I think, my thing is, I had that opinion even before he came to Arsenal. Like, I felt like when we signed him, I had the same opinion about him. I don't think that he's much better than Ramsdale, in my opinion, but I think he's a good goalkeeper. Like, I'm not saying Raya is a bad goalkeeper. Like, before people judge me for that, I think he's a good goalkeeper. But let's be honest, like, I just don't see the levels. I never seen the levels between both of them. Like, it's just my opinion of how I felt about Raya. Because people gotta understand the reason why I was so desperate for Raya was more so because we had the Trunk Lord in goal last season. The Trunk Lord, the baby lover, I love to disappear in Valentine's Day in goal. So, bro, you could have gave me some Johnston this season. And
wait, who are you talking about?
Luis. Let's talk about Luis.
Wait, why is he a baby lover? I love to disappear on
No, he's not my baby lover.
Just Brian to prop up for that. But go on, carry on, just.
No, whatever, Brian.
Yeah, you're always there for the mess, man. Because your TM, it's not no stray. You're TMZ. But go on, carry on. Okay. So you're not TMZ. Anytime there's mess, you are there. You are not Timo. TMZ, which is a magazine like that covers celebrities and like all the mess that's going on. You know, like celebrity scandals and like
it's a TV tabloid.
I know what TMZ is. I just don't know
that's you. Yo, walking, talking TMZ. As soon as Jez says "baby lover Valentine's Day," you pop up. You know what I'm saying?
No, because he was talking about
about 25 questions as well.
Anyways, before I got rudely interrupted by Brian.
Why? Because I caught you out on your bullshit. That's why.
Because you. All right, man.
Before I got interrupted by TMC right there, by the paparazzi.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
Like I said, that Luis product last season was that wasn't even a championship goalkeeper last season in Goalfields. So for me, it's like I took a lot of goalkeepers, but for me, I don't know. But then again, I do agree with you on that point. I don't think Raya has been that terrible. I think some people have been exaggerating it, and I do think it's early. Maybe Raya could just turn out and be the best goalkeeper by the end of the season. Who knows? Best goalkeeper in the league. Who knows? But that was just my general opinion of him, even before he even was linked to us. That I thought that people should give him more ratings, because I do believe, because remember the rating that Ramsdale was getting last season. I'm like, Ramsdale's not even much better than Ryan. So it's like, it's kind of in the same boat that I put them in. But then again, like I said, it's just a personal
I still think we have to see more games for Raya in the league before we rate him against Ramsdale. And obviously, like you haven't seen Raya get tested the way Ramsdale was last season, and I think Ramsdale was the engineer of his own demise, because he had a lot of great saves. I think he got a couple of man of the matches, like 5 or 6 man of the matches, where he literally saved us. But at the same time, then you saw him screw it up against Southampton, and you saw his the noodle hands in any given game where he would be diving across for a save, and he just couldn't quite get it in his hands. And the ball would go in. So it's one of those things where I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater with like a lot of this fan base is with Raya, where we lose or we draw a game that we should have won, and they're automatically calling for Ramsdale to come back. It's kind of like, really? We haven't even lost the game in the league, and obviously I'm still not happy with the way that we're playing. I think we should be a lot better, but we haven't even lost the game, and these guys are ready to throw Raya under the bus.
I agree with that. I don't think just because of these games, again, there is also a thing of, because it's against Chelsea, like it's going to be always more of a head loss than it is against anybody else, because you don't want to lose to a London rival, especially if it's Chelsea. And you know how Arsenal fans over here, probably Arsenal fans everywhere in the world probably hate Chelsea a lot. So it's an extra thing. Like you do get against Chelsea, you are disgraced. So yeah, I definitely hear you. Like I said, for me, it's just an overall opinion that I have of Raya, even before he came to Arsenal, or even before last season when even Ramsden was rated by a lot of people, even also from Arsenal. I still had the opinion that Raya isn't far off him. So it's like one of them ones. Yeah, I agree. Like I don't think
Raya was a top 3 goaltender in the Premier League last season. So I mean,
I don't even think
with arguably definitely a worse back line.
Yeah, I agree. No, I don't think that's far fetched. That's why I was so keen on having them with us.
Yeah.
So that's
TJ, what's his name? Nketiah had a chance at the end of the game. If that had went in and Arsenal had won, how would Arsenal fans be feeling? Not you specifically, but like how would they be feeling about the game?
You're not Arsenal fans, Brian.
They would be throwing an open top bus parade for him, and he would be over Theo Walcott for winning, in terms of the people that have worn number 14, he's finally done it. He's finally grown into the shirt. That's what they would say. But he didn't. So we're dealing in hypotheticals now. Like he didn't, and we're still in need of a number 9. Like we are. That
would have been some finish though. He did well to even get that towards the goal. If we would have scored that would have been.
He did. But like I'm hearing a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas around Eddie Nketiah, and when you're talking about woulda, coulda, shouldas with him, a lot of it, what ends up being the actual story is he didn't. He didn't.
I think
he could have.
He
would have. He should have. He didn't.
I think he should have done better.
That's the problem.
I think he should have tried to get that on target because Sanchez wasn't set at all. If he'd got that on target, he would have scored.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't.
Yeah, but he didn't. That's the point, though. Yeah. That's the point. Like a better striker gets it on target.
I even think that. I think as much as I don't rate Nketiah, he did well to even
he did. I think he did well because you can see he was.
I think that has to be on target, bro.
I'm not.
No.
Saying that Nketiah.
When you look back, he was prancing for it hard pause.
Well, that's what Eddie does. Is he's a poacher. That's what he does. But poacher, especially in the Premier League, the return on being a poacher is not great. Like I would understand if he was in the Championship or League One. Yeah, he has the speed to steal it off of center backs. But yeah, to steal it off of center backs or steal it off of goalkeepers that aren't paying attention. But he's only done that once or twice. Once against Chelsea 2 years ago, and he's been eating off of it ever since. What are we doing here? Difficult conversations where people have feelings involved with this kid, and I'm done with him. There's a lot of feelings where he's one of our own. Yeah, well, one of our own can't do it.
Yeah, actually, he's from Chelsea. From Chelsea.
Yeah. We move. Let me get through. Hey, you
sorry, I know I'm
That's cool. No, TJ. That's what you're here for, man. Get shit off your chest. Get things off your chest, man. Big up to Marshall again. He says, I think we're on the same page here. All I expect from our goalkeepers on the ball is a bare minimum level of competence, being competent. Nah, I hear that. Big up to Dan Levitt, who says, big up to everyone on the panel again. Like I say, Dan, man, good to see you in the chat. Wolves are unbeaten in 4 and a point behind Chelsea. Let's go. Let's hope O'Neal proves me wrong by the end of the season. But the question is, did anyone pick Wolves to go down? Just if my knowledge, I think everybody pretty much picked the 3 who came
out. I had Luton. To be honest,
I think it was Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United. Yeah, Luton Town, Sheffield United.
I had Burnley staying up actually.
Okay.
I had Wolves going down for like a week. I think I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest about that.
I think I had Everton going down because I had a prediction screen with Ahmed. I think I had Everton, Luton, and Sheffield. But I had Wolves down there though. Like I do say, and you know what? Shout out to Pedro Neto because I feel like his resurgence as of late has helped Wolves a lot in terms of getting these results.
Can I ask the panel a question?
Yeah, of course.
What's your worst prediction? Like you guys, we all made predictions. What's your worst prediction that you made that is not happening at all so far? I can tell you right now that I had Burnley in 10th.
Initially, United in 3rd.
Yeah.
That's
He goes against my own team. Low-key goes.
Honestly, which one I did was.
I know. You man probably have to help me because it's probably one is against my own team. I said we finished 10th. I thought we finished in 10th this season, but and the second one was that I thought Bournemouth can finish around 12th to 14th.
I don't think that's that bad. Bournemouth could potentially do that. 14th, I could see, maybe not 12th.
The thing is, they had bad results, but I also have to put into context they had a lot of injuries. They didn't have their first. There's still guys missing that usually would be starting for them, and it's just I think their manager's getting sacked. To be honest, like even though I think injuries have been missing, the way they're trying to play with the players currently available, you just ask them to be sacked personally. So yeah, these were my two predictions.
All right, fair. Hey, Timo, what was your worst prediction going into the season?
Burnley in 10th.
All right, Fez.
Yeah,
I'm saying Fez. Prime, what about you?
Spurs would be in a relegation battle.
Oh, you fucking dickhead!
No. My thing was right that again I made this prediction like last season. To be fair, about Spurs this season, that if Kane leaves and you guys like don't improve your squad like you already have been, and you're having Dyer and Sanchez at the back. I figured that you guys would just start plummeting.
Of course. But did you really think we wasn't going to make any improvements? Come on, bro.
Again, hold on. It's Daniel Levy. It's
Daniel Levy. But if you go back to our past summer transfer windows, we actually spent money. The issue is that we spent it horribly on some of these guys.
Exactly. That's my point, bro.
But then again,
you wouldn't make adequate improvements.
But you know what the issue was? Manager tax. Because
okay, cool. Yeah, but I didn't think you'd get a good manager. But if you mean in terms of what predictions I made in the summer for this season,
yes, in the summer, yes, for the season, yeah. Just your worst prediction.
I don't think I said Liverpool in a title race. I don't think that's wild.
No, we're looking for your worst ones, Prime. Your worst predictions for this season.
Yeah. Liverpool in a title race.
I don't think that's
Liverpool's
that bad. You be talking hella shit. You got nothing worse.
I don't think that's anything wild. I had Liverpool in the title race. Arsenal second. I don't think I had anything wild. I had United top four, I think.
Oh, there we go. There it is then. See, we got there then. Yes.
I think I had United fourth. I'm not sure.
There we go. You had Manchester United fourth. There we go. Yeah, I was saying that's yours. You're on the same boat as me.
I did kind of predict that Liverpool as well.
Actually, you know what?
You had Liverpool what? Say that again, Timo.
12th.
You had Liverpool 12th.
Yeah.
Hi, Fez.
Yeah, so many people were
we're not even, you know what? We're not even going to open that door. We're just going to bypass it.
But you know what? Actually, my worst prediction is you're bringing up United, and I'm thinking, I had United finish third.
I think I had United finishing fifth. Yeah. Oh, yikes.
I don't know why. I'm probably the only one who doesn't like, or at least who didn't think United were actually that bad.
No, I think at the end of last season, that was the general consensus, and that would have been correct. When you look at how we played, how the manager was performing, what we was doing,
True.
It was clear holes in the side, and it was clear where it needed to be addressed. But then I don't think people.
We are trying to charge this year.
Yeah, that's flawless. Correct. But I don't think people expected the flipping tactics. That's what.
But flawless. I had this thought process back the start of last season. I was telling people United are not that bad. They're not gonna be terrible last season. That they will get top four. And so
first.
Wait, Prime taking the piss, not relegation, but between 12th and 16th. What was that?
Must be something you said.
I thought Spurs would be really bad and be in a bit of a relegation battle and finish like 15th.
Because I remember there was ironically it was United fans who were talking the most when Kane left. They were saying how Spurs attack doesn't even look better than Leeds attack. Who has more goals this season? You motherfuckers.
Yeah, but Jez, I had this thought process since like last season, since like November, that you guys are going to be bad without Kane if you don't improve your squad.
I never understood it like, do people not maybe think that because Kane is gone, maybe it puts more responsibility on other guys to step up and get goals? See, ironically, Kane is gone. Son has more responsibility in terms of having to score goals, and he's scored goals now. Ironically, last season,
No, but Jez, you guys have improved you've bought a quality goalkeeper, you have a quality centre back, you've improved your squad, and you also have a better manager tactically. I didn't think any of those things were going to happen.
See, to be fair, actually, you know what? Thinking about it, I don't believe a lot about Tottenham too, but
exactly.
But relegation.
No, but Jez. Last season, because last season without Kane's goals, where would you have been?
But then again,
would you not be worse?
You would be worse. Don't get it twisted. But then, for argument's sake, you could flip that and say maybe somebody else steps up. Maybe Son all of a sudden finds scoring form and scores at least.
No, I didn't see that happening. I didn't see that. Happening.
I'm not saying that as a thing of it would have happened, but I'm saying it. That's why I say football. It goes so many funny ways. That's why I said I was comfortable letting Kane go, even though it was sad and it was knowing that Richarlison is going to step in. I knew that it wasn't going to be as bad as people trying to make it out to be.
Oh no, yeah, it was. Kane did have to go.
But somebody had to step up.
Did you actually believe that? Did you actually believe you would improve your squad adequately?
No, I did believe he was going to do. We do it every season, to be honest.
Okay.
We do. We do. It's just that.
Okay. Again, I didn't believe it because the way people talked about Levy, I didn't believe you would improve your squad quality.
Yeah, some people, and I kind of know this is to the people that don't like Levy. I do think some over exaggerate. Me personally, I think with a right.
Yeah, they do over exaggerate.
My issue with Levy is that, for me, I think we can do something under Levy if there's a right structure in terms of having. I mean, ironically, when Paul Mitchell was here, I think it was, who built the Tottenham squad. But then again, he didn't really do a lot because some players were already there at the club. And he brought certain guys from Southampton that he already knew, so it was already a connection thing. But it's just certain things like that needs to go our way for us to be really good. And I think if he can emulate that again, and then he spends the amount of money that he has done, he's not spending money for a title charge kind of thing, but he's spending money for us to be a competent side. The issue has been manager's preference. For example, Conte, he wanted Bastoni. He doesn't get Bastoni. He wanted Guardiola. He doesn't get Guardiola. So he wants nobody else. So he goes with Longley. But Ange would have said, you know what? I'm fine with Mickey Vanderbilt. I'm fine. See, ironically, I think Paratici wanted Badiashile. But Conte said no because he wanted Bastoni or Guardiola. That's what I'm saying. We had a psychopath as a manager.
This guy, you got such a way with words, Jez. Go on, Prime.
Also, Daniel E said flawless.
Before we go, flawless. But you've seen how Badiashile has performed for Chelsea. Don't you think this is psychopath behavior that he was fine with Longley because he couldn't get Bastoni or Guardiola?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm a fan of Badiashile.
Who offered Badiashile?
Huh? Now, Paratici had Badiashile as one of his names in the summer. Yeah. In terms of getting a centre back, even Schlotterbeck was one of the names.
To be fair, though, Jez, like people didn't rate Badiashile. Like even Chelsea.
The things. I rated Badiashile though. So
but Jez, but I'm talking about in terms of the.
But yeah, forget about rating him. It's kind of like what is the level he's at? And it's like, is he of a level where you sign him? I think he's a good centre back.
And he at that time he was on the level. But you know what the fucked up part about this is here. And then he obviously added me just in the chat. I'm gonna leave that in a second. But bro, you go from Badiashile, you go from Bastoni and Guardiola, cool, to Badiashile, which I think is a downgrade to those two. But at least it's not as bad as going from Guardiola and Bastoni to going to Longley, bro. Where the fuck is that going on?
Wait, okay, yeah. Wait, Conte wanted Longley.
Yeah, he was fine with Longley because he didn't get.
He's a terrorist, man.
And you know what Tottenham fans told me?
I called him a psychopath, yo.
You know Tottenham fans. You know Tottenham fans on Twitter were calling me negative because, what do you mean? You're gonna? You know what they were trying to? You know what they were bringing me theories about how Conte's going to sign a new contract and he's going to sign Bastoni next season because he had promises. Get the fuck out of here, man. I knew it was people were trying to convince me that he had a promise with Bastoni that if you sign your contract next season and come to Tottenham in next summer, about promises, man. Like people really try that shit. They tried it, bro.
Daniel E said flawless.
Hey, let me get to that. Let me get to a couple things, TMZ. I know where you go and you joke, man. Relax. Yes, I see you at a mile off, man. You can see that a mile off. Like a sign on the motorway. But yeah, hey Solomon, big up for becoming a member, man. I think you've just re-signed up, but I appreciate you just became a Sarcasm City soldier. Salute. Follow at Sarcasm City TV on Insta if you're on there, and then obviously you can see the perks, and I'll be able to basically I just need somewhere to contact you for said perks in regards to members Q&As and stuff like that. Let me know if you but appreciate you signing up. Link for the memberships in the pinned comment. Also as well, next month it will be starting Sarcasm City TV gaming, people. Next month, don't know when next month. It'll be sometime in November. I just don't know exactly when. I'm trying to sort out the schedule on there, with the schedule on here, with the schedule on Kick, especially with the NBA starting as well, people. But next month, Sarcasm City TV gaming mode will be running EAFC Pro Clubs. I'll do a career mode. GTA will be on there, plus more people. So make sure you check it out. But big up for becoming a member as well. And there's something else I did want to get to. Hey, big up to Staffy as well. Yeah, big up to everyone. Expect TJ.
Staffy, absolute joker.
Shout out Staffy. And yes, to Warrior J. Yeah, at the end we'll get everyone's Champions League predictions in regards to the clubs. 100%, without doubt. Let's see. To RUC, who said podcast full of London teams. Hey man, the United Eddie was here before. You know what I'm saying? Eddie was here. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like Eddie was here before. He's a United fan, and yeah, Liverpool cams ain't been about for a minute, so that's why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people are just not. Unless you guys can
I think he's recommending that podcast.
100%. We need to do that.
Yeah.
Podcast.
All right, this guy. What? Yeah, podcast. Yeah, sure. But yes, there is a United Liverpool show actually Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Manchester United Liverpool show Tuesday, people. You know what I'm saying midnight, so you'll get that. So myself and the rest of the Liverpool fans will be there as well. Yes, Warrior J. Jazz is hilarious, 110%. Plus, go on. And it is Chelsea versus Arsenal we're discussing, so that is the topic. You know what I'm saying? That is the biggest.
Just because this content features came on my mind, and now I'm pissed off again because
we can tell. And to Danny as well, I know this was the comment that Prime, Mr. TMZ there wanted to get to. Flawless, this is the same guy who had Ireland 20 points. Are you shocked he had Liverpool 12? No, I'm not shocked. That's why, you know what, Danny? If it was anyone else, I would have said, what's it called? Like, expand with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us know, elaborate on that. Because it was Timo.
I know we made a mistake, but
yeah. That's why we just kept it moving, Timo. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't even want to know the thought process that went into that. You're my guy, but I said, you know what? We just gonna bypass that. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep it moving. That's it. And to Warrior J, who says career mode, we will be there. I bet you lot will be. 110%. I bet you lot will be. Hey, Solomon says, question for TJ. Did Chelsea make Arsenal play badly, or did the team just not turn up on the day?
I thought that was Chelsea's best match of the season, and Arsenal played terrible. Arsenal didn't show up until the 70th minute of that match. So yeah, good. I mean, good question. I addressed it a little bit earlier in the chat. So big up for becoming a member. But yeah, no, I thought Chelsea were all over us for 3/4 of that game, and then we decided to show up when Sanchez gave us the chance to show up. So
Spanish keepers, man. I keep saying that.
No. We were talking about that. Those Spanish keepers didn't have a really good day, did they?
Oh man, I mean, it's just in general right now the way they look, but they're looking funny all in disguise right now. But now actually talking about this game because we're still talking about Arsenal and Chelsea, bro. Because I've seen these conversations, and I want to know your honest thoughts about this one about number 7 at right wing. Like people were saying, because people were talking about the second half, and people were wondering, why did Nateta start it? Because of how he only turned up in the second half late, but I need to know though. Do you think he generally just got locked up against Cucurella until that just one moment, or do you think it has to do with had to do with tiredness and him not completely being fit? Because Arsenal fans did say it might be because of that why he couldn't deal with Cucurella.
I thought Cucurella had an incredible game. and Saka just wasn't on it. I think Saka hasn't played a game in 2 weeks, which is longer than he hasn't played in however long you can remember. I mean, how many league games did he start in a row before he missed out on Saka? So it's one of those things where Saka is allowed to have bad games. I mean, I don't think he was our worst player, but he didn't perform up to where the standard where people expect him to be. So I think Cucurella had an incredible game for Cucurella, and Saka just wasn't on it. He does have the occasional stinker in him. It's just facts. Like he is not considered world class for that reason, because he's got, as much as he's going to try to put the team on his back, he can't always do it. So, but people hold him to this world class standard and don't hold Odegaard to that world class standard. I'm going to keep saying that.
And by the way,
hey, before you go, TMZ, I see you in the chat as well. So big up Staffy TV, says Florida's getting sacked by December in career mode. Pre-pause, you think this guy saying you'll think he even last that long? I'm winning everything. Nah, actually, I tell you like Premier League. Champs would be a bit tough. FA Cup and League Cup, we'll see. Depends on how serious I take it.
He's prioritizing like Arteta. He's prioritizing.
Yeah. But Premier League, I'm winning. Premier League.
Ollie said that as well, man. Ollie said that as well.
Yeah, that's your guy as well, man. That's your man's Ollie. You know what I'm saying? That's your guy.
He's a better manager.
You should have faith. That's your vibe. We'll see in it. We'll see who actually picks up some silverware. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not him. You know what I'm saying? I guaranteed if I get sacked by Manchester United in this career mode, I get another job offer. Telling you that.
To be fair, on FM, Ollie's still jobless.
Yeah, no surprise, man. Theo says Flawless has bigger fish to fry. That's funny, yo. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That is funny. You're an idiot. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Now, I'm going to prioritize the Premier League and Champions League. How you hear me talk about United is how I will like manage. So if you're at the top of the class, which it should be, Premier League and Champions League is what I'm looking at. FA Cup and League Cup secondary.
No, he's playing the kids in the league in the FA Cup.
Yeah, depends on squad depth in it. Because I don't obviously, because on the game I don't know the levels of all the players. So once I actually assess the squad, I know how much to invest in terms of the backup players.
Get those scouts out there and start playing the kids.
Get the scouts playing.
All I'm saying, get Edwin. But all I'm saying is, if I'm the manager, I'm going for the sextuple.
I'm just saying, because everyone talking, because Prime talking the talk, Jez talking about sextuples and that. The Twitch is there. If you man want to run career modes, let man know. Because the Twitch is there free. Shout out to Victor because he's been running Spider-Man. Now I'm saying on FIFA, if you man want to run career modes, you know what I'm saying, put your money where your mouth is. You know what I'm saying? Put down the mic and pick up a pad, pick up a controller.
And don't play on semi-pro like Ahmed does. Don't play.
Yeah. We're not doing that. I'm definitely gonna not the top. The legendary is the one
legendary.
Below ultimate, right?
Nah,
I'm playing on legendary.
I'll do a legendary career mode and probably just get absolutely.
See, not Prime. Sorry, Ahmed is just a disgrace, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Ahmed just cheats.
But you see me. I retired from FIFA career mode because I went on to better things. I'm playing FM now. That shit is the real hard. That shit is the real test. Tell me how many FM players can go win the Champions League with FC Utrecht.
All right, props to you. I'll give you credit. You know what I'm saying? I give you credit for that. But yeah, in regards to it,
pinning unearned medals on his chest, but that's okay.
to Warrior Jake, yeah, man, I'll definitely run one-on-ones versus like Saeed, Matisse, Ahmed, like everyone like that. But in regards to the game, that's all, and everything I'm talking about here. You won't find no streams here, people. Live stream, Sarcasm City TV, gaming, YouTube channel. Links underneath in the description. I'll drop the link in the chat. Go subscribe to the channel. We're at 38 subscribers, I think. So make sure you go subscribe over there to the gaming YouTube channel where you will get career mode, my career mode. You'll get pro clubs as well over there, plus more. You know what I'm saying? There's TMZ again. You know what I'm saying? Camera shots.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? I'm just reading from the chat. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know, innit? You choose to read from the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you read from the second thing you read from the chat. Nah, you can do as you please, man. Read whatever you want from the chat, Mr. TMZ, man. It
was literally the last comment.
Yes, it's ironic, isn't it? How many comments? We've been on here an hour and 43 minutes. How many comments have there been that you've commented on? One that's slandering Timo, one that's slandering me. I wonder why.
Because you guys are all talking. You guys are all talking.
Oh, we're talking. Okay, all right, sure. No, I don't know who you try to lie to, Prime, but we move.
You're the host. You should be reading out the comments.
I'm gonna get to all the comments. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here getting to this. I've subscribed to the gaming channel. Big up to Manji, and not to you, Manji. I know you've already subscribed, my guy. already knew that whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean, I
but
already knew that.
I need to say
Go on.
quickly to Prime because like you really are one of those slimy TMC and paparazzi. Like, bro, if this was some any random guy in the chat saying fish fillet, you wouldn't have said that. Let's be
Facts.
Hey, you man, I'm gonna. Hey, you man, big up, man. I'm gonna crash. Yeah, I'm gonna crash.
Timo, big up every single time.
Big up, Timo.
Big up Timo. Big up.
Jez, respect Staffy. He's not a random.
Lads.
I'm not saying this. I'm not, bro. This is what I'm saying. You're not.
So he does. But yeah, go on.
I didn't mean Stuffy. Shout out to Stuffy. I didn't mean.
No, don't respect Staffy. He's a wind up. Don't respect.
If this was, I'm saying, if there was any other random, if there was some random guy that we have never seen in the chat, you wouldn't have grabbed it.
Yeah, facts. We know this. And Warrior J going to get to this in a sec. And to Daniel A, you asked about England and the Euros just quickly. Will England win the Euros? No, because of Gareth Southgate. That's why England won't win the Euros. They had a competent manager. They have every single chance. I actually think they have the best team and the best squad in the competition. But the manager is the biggest. The manager is the biggest. If you give that to any competent manager of any level, of any decent, they win that tournament. Like England should have done. They should have won the last Euros. They should have won the Euros. You know what I'm saying? As they should have definitely won the Euros. They should have made the World Cup final. They probably would have got beaten by France. But when you're in the final, you never know what can happen. Yes, we will get to this as well, Warrior J. I know you've been asking. So champs or the English teams, we'll get predictions real quick. We'll start with Sevilla Arsenal. TJ. Sevilla Arsenal.
We should win 2-1.
2-1 first.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if we are the team everybody says we are, 2-1 to the Arsenal. But we shall see.
That's Prime. What you saying? Sevilla Arsenal.
1-0.
1-0 who?
Arsenal.
You broke 1-0 Arsenal. First. Jez.
See, if this was Sevilla in the Europa League and Arsenal go away, I would have said Sevilla 2-1. But they ain't trying to qualify for the Champions League. So 2-0 Arsenal. Actually, I think they keep like clean sheet. Actually,
2-0 Arsenal. All right. Next one, Manchester United, Copenhagen. Jez, staying with you.
Oh my God. Why did you have to go with me first?
All right, you take your time. Prime, over to you.
Let me think.
Yes, it's in Sevilla. Yeah. To Danny, it's in Sevilla. Prime, go on. Manchester United, Copenhagen.
3-2, Man United.
3-2, Man United. What are you saying, TJ?
Against Copenhagen?
Yeah, Copenhagen. Yeah.
Is that home or away? Sorry.
Home, Saudi.
Oh, yeah, you guys should win that. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go 2-1. 2-1 United.
2-1. Jez, you ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready. Copenhagen actually had the beating. Actually,
yo, I just need a prediction, fam. You know what I'm saying? This guy talking, just give me a prediction.
Because your team gives me a headache every time I'm trying to figure out the prediction.
Hey, try being a United fan. You know what I'm saying? I gotta sit down and watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? But here we are.
I didn't see 3 Champions Leagues and that. I haven't seen a trophy for shit, so don't do that.
Hey, so you can't miss what you've never had.
I mean, true that. But then I've won trophies from Tottenham on FIFA, and then now I'm missing it.
Jez, wait, before you go on, Jez and Prime career mode's coming on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. That's what's gonna happen. You down, Jez? Wait, we can see. Wait, Jez, you down for that?
Nice.
Are you down for that? Oh, you running from the grind. Prime, you running. Hey, hear these backseat drivers running from the grind. We move. You know what I'm saying? Go on, carry on. Just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Just to
okay, I'm going to my prediction, but before that.
Yeah.
I'm running from the grind. What the hell?
I'm just letting it be known. You got your track shoes on, and you running, man. Keep running. It's all right. I respect it.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
I'm waiting for you to be out of the job, man. Flawless. I'm your replacement.
I'll say I'm there. So yeah. I'm on that side, but you know what?
I hate this guy. He's a track star. Hey, Staffy, of course, you don't need to invite Staffy before you go. With me and you will definitely play 1-on-1 as well, 100%. You already know that, Staffy. You don't even have to ask, 100%. We'll run that without that.
I heard Staffy got bodied in like Division 4 or Pro Clubs. That's what I heard.
Oh, see, I've not even actually married. I actually want to watch their pro clubs. I've not watched it, but yeah, go. But go on, Jez.
1-1 actually.
You saying 1-1 and Prime running from the grind as well? What are you saying, Prime? Oh, I already asked you about United Copenhagen.
No, I'm not running. I'm just waiting to replace you, man.
You'd replace me. You can run your own career mode with Chelsea.
When you get sacked as United manager, I'm your replacement, man.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right, sure. See that people don't want to do it himself and running from the grind. It's all right. We see him. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I'm saying it's cool. Staying with you, actually, Prime. Newcastle, Borussia Dortmund.
Where is it? St. James's.
It's at Newcastle. Yeah. I always say the home team first. Always.
3-1 Newcastle.
They are Newcastle first. What are you saying, TJ?
2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle. A Jez.
I say Newcastle win 3-1.
3-1. All right, first. And we all got Manchester City. They're away at Young Boys. We all expect them to win, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't ask.
You don't believe in the mighty Young?
Does he know?
But yeah, people. In regards to people, yeah, Lex, of course, I will try and I probably will run streams where I'm just like, all right, just add me and we'll just play best of 3, and they'll just like similar to fan calling shows, just the open challenge. Problem is, people, is that obviously I'm trying to run a regular schedule over there, the regular schedule on here, which will stay the same, and then obviously on the kick with NBA watch-alongs. But I'm gonna make it a weekly thing on the gaming channel. That's what's taking so long, is I'm trying to figure it out and how I'm going to run this channel, run the gaming channel, and the kick all weekly and all on a regular basis as well. Now, it's all good, man, Daniel. Hey, it's all good. You asked, no, it's calm. No stress. No need to apologize. It's cool. But yeah, we're going to close out on that. Love to everyone who has locked in. Make sure you bump up the likes. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Let you know all the shows that are coming up from next week. TJ, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Match reaction for Arsenal Sevilla on Tuesday. You can catch me here on Thursday, midnight UK for Arsenal United podcast. And then we got the American Idiot Show 9 p.m. on Friday. And then I think me and Staffy are gonna run a new show that we're doing called American Waffle. Me, Staffy and Jacob from United Spurs of America. It is going to take over the internet. Don't you worry about that. I don't know when we're going to run that. Me and Staffy are talking about it, but we will let you know. Again, thanks for having me on, Flawless. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Of course, you know the pattern. Go on, Jez. What are you saying?
I was saying Canadian waffle is clear.
Canadian. Hey, someone's Canadians who's watching this is going to set it up as a show, as you should. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, that's hilarious. But large up to everyone that has tapped in. Like I said, bump up the like, subscribe. We're back here. I was going to say today. First and foremost, Man United podcast. So that's a solo dolo one. I'll be solo on that, talking all things Manchester United. That's 4:30 p.m. UK time, Man United podcast. Then we're over in the kick for Spurs versus Fulham. 8 p.m. kickoff UK time. So we'll go live 7:45 p.m. We'll go live 7:45 p.m. 15 minutes before kickoff. That's over on the Sarcasm City TV kick. And then following that, midnight back here for the Premier League show, doing the most, which is always a great show. For those that haven't seen it, make sure there's 5 different categories. We pick nominations for each category, looking back at the games, the weekend's games just gone. So most unforgettable goal, most unacceptable error, most unpredicted result, most under the cosh manager, and the most untouchable manager as well. Always a hilarious show to see the bias in the chat. We're in the air during that show, and it's from the weekend's games just gone. So yeah, that's all your shows coming up Monday. Like I said, check out the full live schedule, because Monday to Sunday, as always with Sarcasm City TV, we are live every day, people. # no days off. You ain't taking a day off. We're gonna be live every day from now. I may not even take my birthday off the top of the year. I'm not gonna lie. It might be live till Carnival, which ain't till the last weekend in August. That might be the goal, people. That might be what we're doing here on the YouTube
go live
channel.
at Carnival.
It is. Nah, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know why? No, I mean, you know how many like situationships that could spoil for man and girl? Them I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Who cares, man?
I care. You just want to break up happy homes. There we go again.
TMZ's at it again.
TMZ about TMZ, man. Told you, man.
No, I just
TMZ guy, man.
Just got it, bro.
About this guy. Told him. Caught in 4K. Like one of your cameras. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Joke.
It was a joke.
I mean, it makes sense because he likes Italian women, so he likes the operas. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
You know what I'm saying? You like the opera? Yeah. You've definitely been to an opera with an Italian chick. But we move. But yeah, big up to Staffy, says Flawless, got that Hoyland work rate. Love. So yeah, man, love to everyone that has locked in. Don't forget as well, a couple of things. We are available on audio-only platforms, people. Audio-only platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV. This show and all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, will pop up. So like I always state, if you want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, while you're at work, you may just be traveling about, you may be in the gym, you may not want YouTube sucking all your data, people, or you might just prefer to listen to podcasts audio only. That's fine, people. So like I said, SoundCloud, please hit us with a follow on there. Sarcasm City TV, Spotify. Follow us, 5-star us as well if you are on there. If you listen to music and or podcast on there, 5-star us on Spotify, Sarcasm City TV. And all you iPhone users, iTunes, Apple Podcast, 5-star us on there. Leave us a review as well. Big up to all the audio listeners. Like I keep saying, the audio numbers just keep going up and up each day and each month. So salute to all of you. Blackmore says big up for the late stream. Hey, salute, man. I love to everyone that's locked in. We are going to raid a lamb. He's live right now. I think it's, in the Motion Football NFL show. So he's live right now. So just make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and put Sarcasm City Raid in capital letters in his chat, people. Sarcasm City Raid in his chat. So go big up Alam. But this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.